Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. Today we are going to listen to another easy English story. This story is perfect for beginners because it uses simple words and short sentences. Today's story is called The English Interview. Have you ever been afraid to speak English? Have you ever worried about making mistakes? If your answer is yes, this story is for you. So, relax, enjoy the story, and let's begin. Daniel was 26 years old. He lived in a small apartment. He had a good job, but he wanted something better. One afternoon, he saw an exciting job advertisement online. The company was international. The salary was excellent. The office looked beautiful. Daniel smiled. This is my dream job. He quickly sent his resume. Then he waited. One day later, his phone rang. Hello? Hello, Daniel. This is Sarah from Global Solutions. We received your resume. We would like to invite you to an online interview. Daniel smiled. Really? Yes. Wonderful. Then Sarah said something that changed everything. The interview will be completely in English. Daniel became quiet. His smile disappeared. In English? Yes. Is that okay? Daniel wanted to say no. He wanted to say he was not ready, but instead he answered, yes, of course. Perfect. The interview is next Monday at 10 o'clock. See you then. The call ended. Daniel looked at the phone. Oh no, my English isn't good enough. He sat on the sofa. What if I don't understand the questions? What if I forget every word? What if they laugh at me? That evening, Daniel told his best friend Lucas, I think I'm going to cancel. Lucas looked surprised. Cancel? Why? I'm afraid. My English is terrible. Lucas smiled. Daniel, let me ask you something. Can you introduce yourself in English? Yes. Can you talk about your job? I think so. Can you answer simple questions? Most of them. Lucas smiled again. Then you're already better than you think. Daniel wasn't convinced. I always make mistakes. Lucas laughed. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. My teacher makes mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes. The important thing is to communicate. Daniel thought about those words. Maybe Lucas was right. The next morning, Daniel decided to prepare. He cleaned his desk. He opened his laptop. He wrote one sentence on a piece of paper. Practice every day. For the next 5 days, Daniel practiced English every morning. He introduced himself. My name is Daniel. I am 26 years old. I live in Brazil. I enjoy learning English. He repeated the sentences many times. Then he practiced common interview questions. Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths? Why do you want this job? At first he answered very slowly. Sometimes he forgot simple words. Sometimes he stopped in the middle of a sentence. Sometimes he laughed at himself. This is difficult. But every day became a little easier. On Wednesday, he practiced with Lucas. Lucas asked, What do you like about your current job? Daniel answered, I like working with people. I like solving problems. I like learning new things. Lucas smiled. Excellent. But speak a little more slowly. You don't need to rush. Daniel nodded. On Thursday, he watched English videos. He listened carefully. He repeated every sentence. His pronunciation improved. His confidence slowly grew. On Friday, something funny happened. Daniel was practicing in front of the mirror. He smiled and said, Good morning. It's nice to meet you. Suddenly, his cat jumped onto the desk. The cat walked across the keyboard. The computer made a loud sound. Daniel laughed. So even my cat wants to practice English. That night, Daniel looked at himself in the mirror. I'm still nervous, but I'm ready. Saturday came. He practiced again. Sunday came. He practiced again. Finally, Monday arrived. The big day. Daniel woke up very early. He couldn't eat breakfast. His hands were cold. His heart was beating fast. He checked his internet connection 3 times. He tested his microphone. He tested his camera. Everything worked perfectly. 5 minutes before 10 o'clock, he sat in front of his computer. He took a deep breath. The meeting notification appeared on the screen. Your interview starts now. Daniel moved the mouse slowly. He looked at the screen. His finger stopped over the button. He whispered, "I hope I can do this." Then, he clicked Join Meeting. Daniel clicked Join Meeting. For 2 seconds, the screen was black. Then 3 people appeared. A friendly woman smiled. "Good morning, Daniel. Can you hear us?" Daniel took a deep breath. "Yes, I can hear you." "Good morning." "Excellent," the woman said. "My name is Sarah. This is Michael. And this is Emma. Thank you for joining us today." "Thank you for inviting me," Daniel answered. His voice was a little nervous, but he smiled. Sarah smiled too. "Don't worry. This is just a conversation. We want to know more about you." Daniel felt a little better. Sarah asked the first question. "Can you tell us about yourself?" Daniel remembered everything he had practiced. "My name is Daniel. I am 26 years old. I live in Brazil. I work in customer service. I enjoy helping people. I also enjoy learning English. I like learning new skills every day." Sarah nodded. "Very nice." Michael asked, "Why do you want to work with our company?" Daniel stopped for a second. Then he answered, "Because your company works with people from many countries. I want to improve my English. I want to grow as a professional. I like new challenges. And I believe I can help your team." Michael smiled. "Excellent answer." Daniel's confidence started growing. Emma asked another question. "What is your biggest strength?" Daniel smiled. "I never give up. When I don't know something, I study, I practice. I learn. I like solving problems. And I always try to help people." Emma wrote something in her notebook. Then she smiled. "I like that." A few minutes later, something unexpected happened. Daniel forgot one English word. He wanted to say experience, but he couldn't remember it. His mind went completely blank. For 1 second, he wanted to panic. Then he remembered Lucas's advice. "Don't panic. Communicate." Daniel smiled. "I'm sorry. I forgot the word, but I can explain." The interviewer smiled. Daniel continued. "I have worked in customer service for 4 years. I answer customers. I solve problems. I work with different people every day." Sarah nodded. "Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to know." Daniel smiled. He realized something important. He did not need perfect English. He only needed clear English. The interview continued. They talked about teamwork, learning, goals, communication. Then Michael asked, "What do you do in your free time?" Daniel laughed. "I watch movies. I read books. I spend time with my family. And I study English." Everyone laughed. Sarah smiled. "We can see that. You communicate very well." Daniel felt happier than ever. About 40 minutes later, Sarah smiled again. "Daniel, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you. We will contact you very soon." Daniel smiled. "Thank you very much. I hope to hear from you." The meeting ended. Daniel closed his laptop. He sat quietly for a moment. Then he smiled. "I did it. It wasn't perfect. But I did it." He immediately called Lucas. "Hello? How did it go?" Daniel laughed. "I survived." Lucas laughed too. "I told you. You were ready." 2 days later, Daniel received an email. His hands were shaking. He opened it slowly. The first sentence said, "Congratulations." Daniel jumped from his chair. "I got the job." He couldn't stop smiling. He called his parents. He called Lucas. Everyone was excited. That evening, Daniel thought about the interview. He remembered how scared he had been. He remembered wanting to cancel. Then he smiled. If I had given up, I would have lost this opportunity. From that day on, Daniel never said, "My English is not good enough." Instead, he said, "My English gets better every day." He continued studying. He continued practicing. He continued making mistakes. But every mistake made him stronger. 1 year later, Daniel was helping new employees. One young woman looked very nervous. She said, "My English is terrible." Daniel smiled. He remembered himself. Then he said, Don't worry. You don't need perfect English. You only need courage. You only need to try. The young woman smiled. Thank you, Daniel smiled back. A few weeks later, she successfully completed her own interview in English. She came back to Daniel and said, "You were right. I was afraid, but I did it." Daniel smiled proudly. Sometimes, the biggest problem is not our English. It is our fear. Fear tells us to quit. Confidence tells us to try. Every new word we learn, every conversation we have, every mistake we make brings us one step closer to success. So never stop learning, never stop practicing, and never stop believing in yourself. Because one conversation, one opportunity, or one interview can change your life forever. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's story and learned some new English expressions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new English story. Thanks. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.